Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tips and Tricks for all of my Chromies. Today, we will identify and apply tips and tricks that will help us to use Google Drive and Google Docs more effectively. If you would like to view the agenda that I'm using today, you can go right here to bit.ly/Chromie tips to be able to pull that up. The first thing we're going to look at is Google Drive. So if you go into your Google Drive, there are many different options of ways that you can search. So we often name folders or documents things and we forget what they are. So you can search right up here, but you also have some advanced search options. So you can search for the type of document. You can search for who the owner would be if it was a file that you know you don't own. You can search the location if you think that maybe it's in the trash or if it's a document that you've starred. You can also look at the date that it was modified, or you might be able to just type in an item name or if it has the words in the file. So it doesn't even have to be in the title of the document itself, it could just be in the file. So I'm going to go ahead and search for Chromies. We'll see what the options are. So I have several different options. I have a folder that I named Chromies Training for today. You'll notice that I added a hashtag before the file. So if I go back to my drive and you look at my folders, adding a hashtag before the name of your folder makes it go to the top when it's in alphabetical order. You could also add a number. You'll also see here in my files that I have different colors for the folders, and that's to visually help me. Like I know that purple things are usually for Richter. I have a red Google activities, and then I made the Chromies Training folder blue. When you see the little person inside the folder, that means that it has been shared with someone. So you can change all of those things by right-clicking on the folder. You could rename it so that you could come here and add in your hashtag. You also, when you right-click, you can change the color of the folders that you have. Anytime that you are using Google Drive or Google Docs or any Google application, it automatically updates and saves. You can open it from any computer when you log into Google. So if you're wanting to share a folder or a document, you can right-click on the folder if you're wanting to share the whole folder, and you can go to share, or you can get a shareable link to the whole folder. So when I click on share, it comes up with this box, and then I have some different options about sharing. So I can ask people to organize, add, and edit, or I can give them view only rights. So if you are wanting people to look at your document but not be able to change your document, you're going to want to make sure that you click view only. When you type in people's names, it will come up and it gives you an option to add a note to them. And then you'll want to make sure that you have it checked to notify them that you're sharing this folder or document with them. So you also can get a shareable link to the document. And so when you click just get the shareable link, it went ahead and copied it to my clipboard. But if I wanted to look at it, when you click on the share box again, you'll notice up here it says get shareable link. So if I click on that box, it comes up with the copy link. But the way the link sharing is automatically set up, it says anyone at DaytonISD.net with the link can view. So if you were trying to share a link with someone outside of our Dayton ISD domain, like your students who have a broncomail.net domain, you would need to change this here. So you would click on the drop down and you're going to go to more. So then you have some other options. So you can change it to anyone with the link if you're wanting to share it with your students or maybe with your personal Gmail account. So then it gives you the option to view only, or you could allow them to edit. But once again, if you're not wanting them to have the rights to change your file, you would want to give them view only access. Once you have that link for a file, so if I was in the agenda and I was wanting to share it with you, I could go to share and I can get the link. So I've already changed it to anyone can view it. But if I was wanting it to force a copy, once I copy the link and I go into my Omnibar and put the link there, I'm going to delete all the way to the slash. So I'm going to delete everything that says edit. And then you're going to type in the word copy, which is going to make someone force copy, or it's going to force them to make a copy. So when you share that link with them, it will come up with the copy document. So it says, would you like to make a copy of March training tips and tricks for all of my Chromies? So when someone sends you this, it will automatically make a copy and put it into your drive so that you do not have to worry about them editing your copy that's in your drive. So once you say make a copy, it will come up with the new one and it will automatically go ahead and say copy of so that you would know it was the copy. The next thing that I want to show you that you can do with Google Drive and Google Docs is called OCR. So OCR stands for optical character recognition. So if you have a picture of some handwritten notes, or it could be a file, like if you took a picture of an agenda from a training and you were wanting to upload that to be able to have it editable, once you have the file, you're going to right click on it. And you would say open with Google Docs. And it takes just a minute because it's changing it from the picture to be text. So now you'll see here's my picture in this Google Doc, but then down below, it has changed all of my writing into text. So I can edit everything that is down here now. You can see it didn't quite get all of my handwriting correct. But then once you have it, you can go back and you can delete the picture out and just keep the text so that you can have that. And it went ahead and named the document the same as what I had my picture named, but you can always edit that up here. Another tip for you, when you're in a document, if you want to see where it's saved or you want to save it in a certain folder, there will always be the little drive folder up here. And you can go up here and pick which of your folders in your drive you would like to save that to. So now we're going to focus on some Google Docs items. So you'll see I have a Google Doc here that is view only. It was shared with me, but I was not given editing rights. So if I'm wanting to make changes of that for myself, all I would need to do is go to File and make a copy. And then it will make the copy into my drive. So I'm not going to be changing the original document. I'm going to be changing the new document that I have added to my drive. So now I have editing rights to be able to change this document. So if someone shares a document with you and you need to make some updates for you, remember, just go to File and make a copy and you can change that. You also can upload Word documents into your drive, and then you can convert them into a Google Doc. So first you would go to New and File Upload. So I'm going to upload the school supply list that I have in a Word document on my computer. So once it uploads, it will show in my list. But notice it has the W here. That means it's a Word document. If it's a Google Doc, it will look like this. So once I click on this Word document, I can go to Open With in Google Docs. So you can right click, or you can go up here to the skinny snowman and Open With Google Docs. So it'll take just a second, and it's converting it to a Google Doc so that then I will have editing rights in Google to change that school supply list that I uploaded. So you will have two of them in your drive, because see, now I have one with the Google Docs icon, and then I have one with the Word icon. If I was wanting to create a new Google Doc, you can go to a new tab, and all you have to do is type docs.new, and it will open a new blank Google Doc for me. You can do this with any of the Google apps. So you could type sheets.new, slides.new, and it will open a new document for you. So once you're in a new Google document, you would want to give it a name. And then you can change some other features on here. So if you go to File and scroll down to Page Setup, you can change the orientation. You could change the paper side. Here's where you can change the margins if you were needing to change it for formatting. You also can change the background color of your document if you were wishing to do that. You also can use keyboard shortcuts when you are in any of the Google applications. So we're going to look at just a few keyboard shortcuts that I use often. So if you're wanting to see all of the keyboard shortcuts, this is what you would enter. So you're going to hit Control and the slash, and it brings up all of the keyboard shortcuts that are available to you in Google Docs. Others that I use often would be Control C, which is to copy. So I could highlight what I have. I would hit Control C, and then the next one would be Control V, which would be to paste. So I copied this, and now I'm going to hit Control V, and it will paste it again. So if you're constantly retyping the same thing, you can just Control C to copy it instead of retyping it. So Control V is paste, but if I was wanting to move something all together, I would do Control and X, which means to cut. So if I wanted to move this Control C, I'm going to hit Control and X, and it takes it away, but then I can paste it in the new location that I'm wanting it to be in. One of the biggest keyboard shortcuts that I use often is Control Z, and that means to undo. So let's say I came up here and I deleted this, and then I thought I shouldn't have deleted that. I can just hit Control Z, and it will bring it right back. Another great thing that you can do in Google Docs or in any Google apps is you can add new fonts. So if you do not like the preloaded fonts that Google already has in there for you, if you go to the drop-down arrow and click on More Fonts, there's a whole list of fonts for you that you can choose from. So if they have a little blue check and they're highlighted blue, that means they are already listed in my fonts. You can see which ones you have, but you can search for a font if you know that you like to use Comic Sans or Arial and it's not already in your font. You could search for it here. You can look at them by scripts. You can look for all fonts. If I wanted to just look at handwriting fonts, I can change that setting. So now I can see which ones are handwriting. So if I wanted to add cookie, I would just click on it and it changes it to blue and gives it a check. I might also want to add Patrick Hand and Handley. And then when you say okay, they are going to be added into your fonts. Like here's cookie that I just used. So I could change all of this to the cookie font. And you can see that there. So once I add it in Google Docs, that font is going to be in Google Sheets. It's going to be in Google Slides. It's going to be in Google Drawing. Like it just automatically saves into your account. You can also save documents from Google Drive. Like they will save automatically. You can see up here where it says all changes saved into the drive. So it will be updated. But if I was wanting to download it as a PDF or as a Word document to share with someone, you can go to File and Download As, and it gives you several options of how to save or how to download your document. You can also do this in Google Sheets and Google Slides and in Google Drawing, but in Slides and Drawing, you'll have like a PNG and a JPEG option. So I hope that you've learned some great tips and tricks to use in Google Docs and Google Drive today. If you have any questions, you know that your ITS on your campus is always available to help you. But I wanted to share another resource with you. Casey Bell has a Google Docs cheat sheet. You can go to this link at Shake Up Learning to view, like you'll have to sign up to get the cheat sheet. But once you do, you'll get the document emailed to you. And it has lots of Google Docs information that you could use. It's a lot of the information that we just went over, but it is also there for you. I did forget to show you the version history that I had on the agenda. So what that means is you can go back and see when the last edit was, if it's a shared document or even if it's just your document. So if I click where it says all changes saved in Drive, or I could go to File and Version History, and then it will come up and it will show me all the edits that I have made in my document. It would also, if someone else had been editing in here, it would show their name and it would highlight it a specific color to show me what edits other people have made. So if you have a shared document with students, or if students turn in a file and then you're wanting to see when they last edited it, you could look at their version history. So once again, if you have any further questions, please see your ITS at your campus. Thank you.